So the mayor of Boston planned a Christmas party and only invited elected officials who were black. Yep, dead serious. Trump is leading in basically every single poll. The House of Representatives opened an official impeachment inquiry into Joe Biden and his business dealing with his son. Plus, I have a bonus story for all the doom and gloomers out there. It's Friday, so it's time to cover all the most important stories of the week. All right, so the mayor of Boston, a woman named Michelle Wu, thought it would be a good idea to host a Christmas party for only black elected officials or other minority groups. She defended the incident, saying that people of color have annual gatherings all the time, and the mistake wasn't the party itself, but the fact that the invite accidentally got sent to all the non-minority group members, aka white people. So here's in the video what she said.
I think we've had individual conversations with everyone so people understand that it was truly just an honest mistake that went out in typing the email field, and I look forward to celebrating with everyone at the holiday parties that we will have besides this one as well. So it is my intention that we can again be a city that lives our values and creates space for all kinds of communities to come together.
Now let me ask you a question. What would happen if white elected officials wanted to host a Christmas party or annual get-together and it was for whites only? No minorities allowed. You know what would happen. It would be leading every news headline in America for at least a week, and everyone would talk about it because it would be wrong. And if it's not okay for white people to hold an all-white get-together, then it's not okay for black people to do it either. It's as simple as that. How about we just hold Christmas parties and we invite everyone, since we're all Americans, and that's what should actually matter most. It's just so infuriating, and frankly, it's why listening to politics too often is honestly mentally exhausting, because this is the type of story you have to read about. Mayor Wu should resign, and if she doesn't, I hope Bostonians kick her butt out of office the next election. All right, the second story is pretty big. So Trump is leading Biden in the national polls by 3.2 points according to Real Clear Politics, which is a polling company that just takes the aggregate of all the big polls. So Trump is at 47.3 and Biden is at 44.1. And what's crazy is that Trump is currently under indictment in 4 different cases. Those indictments have been leading the news for the last 8 months, but Trump is still beating Biden. And I get why Trump would have like 30 or 35% support, because he has a really hardcore base of supporters that love him. But this poll shows that even the people who were sick of him after his first presidency are saying, yeah, that was pretty crazy, but I'd still prefer Trump over what Biden's given us. Since Biden took office, inflation has surged, housing affordability has plummeted, we had a disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan, Russia invaded Ukraine, Americans are more divided than ever, and now I'm running out of fingers. It's been a crapshoot, and the Biden administration keeps touting their Bidenomics. Like, dude, what are you talking about? He wants you to believe his administration's doing this really great job, and you're just crazy if you don't believe him. It's like gaslighting to the highest extreme. You can say what you want about Trump, but Biden has done a crap job in his presidency. Biden was supposed to be like good old Scranton Joe. He was supposed to bring sanity back to the office after 4 crazy years of Trump, or at least that's what his campaign message was. But how's that working out, right? It's been a disaster. A complete and total disaster. And that's why Trump is beating Biden. And remember, Biden's rival is Trump, a man who's been indicted 4 times, had absolutely everything on planet Earth thrown at him while he was president, had 4 years of the mainstream media bashing him daily, and Americans are like, yep, still better than Biden. This says a lot more about Biden, frankly, than it does about Trump. America is saying, give us anyone but Biden. And we don't care if that someone is Trump. Let me know in the comments if these polls surprise you, because I'd love to hear your thoughts. Because when I saw that he was leading in pretty much every poll, I was like, whoa, that's pretty wild. All right, the last story is that the House of Representatives opened an official impeachment inquiry into Joe Biden. So what does this mean? It basically just gives the House increased subpoena power so that they can investigate the issue more thoroughly and then compel witnesses to testify under oath about what happened between Joe Biden and his son Hunter and their business dealings. So frankly, honestly, we'll just have to kind of see where this goes. Lots of people are talking about this, but until more is uncovered, it's not going to drastically change anything, just like it hasn't up until this point. And even if something is uncovered, the Senate's never going to impeach Biden anyway, so the official inquiry is kind of like dead in the water. At best, you can say that Republicans want to shed light on what Biden did, and the corruption he was involved with so that they can use it against him in the 2024 election. But I don't think Americans really care right now. And I'm talking about like people in the center. People on the right definitely care. But people in the center obviously don't care about Trump's 4 indictments because he's leading in the polls. And I don't think they're going to care about this either unless you get something big. And I mean something really big, like a phone call between, Hunter and Biden talking about, millions of dollars. And say what you want about Biden, but I don't think he left a paper trail of his corruption to that magnitude. I could be wrong, but I think powerful people are better at covering their tracks than that. And Biden has been powerful for a really long time. So we'll have to see where this goes, but I don't think Americans really care right now. They want to know who is going to help them afford their old lifestyle again, and I think that's why Trump is leading, because when he was president, the economy was good, and mean tweets sound pretty good when you can't afford groceries or gas. All right, so I wanted to end with a little bonus story for all the doom and gloomers out there. Kind of put myself in this category. A movie is coming out about a new American Civil War and what one would look like if it happened today. And it comes out in 2024, so let's take a look at the bit of the new trailer.
19 states have seceded.
The United States Army ramps up activity.
The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance.
The three-term president assures the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
Let me know if you want to try anything on.
Are you guys aware there's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America?
We just try to stay out. With what we see on the news, seems like it's for the best. Every time I survived the war zone, I thought I was sending a warning home. Don't do this. But here we are.
There's some kind of misunderstanding here. Look, you're American, okay?
Okay. What kind of American are you? You don't know?
You're gonna hang back.
I'm not hanging back.
One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless America.
Now, this isn't some fringe studio. It has Kirsten Dunst and some other major actors in it. It's a full-blown Hollywood studio production. And if you haven't seen it, the Obamas just produced and created a movie on Netflix called Leave the World Behind about a massive cyber attack that takes place and totally shuts down the American grid. The crazy idea of our country splintering at the seams is so common that huge Hollywood studios now are making movies about them. Our country is not in a good place right now. And when the country is divided on literally everything, and I mean everything, one side has to win. We can't go on like this forever. So how does one side win? I have no idea. But the idea of a Civil War 2.0 seemed impossible 10 years ago. Only the crazies talked about it. And now it's mainstream. The largest publications talk about this way more often than you would like. We are living through history right now. The next 10 years will determine the next 200. We have to fight for freedom and liberty. However, don't lose your purpose, right? If this stresses you out too much, then just take a break. Unplug from the world of politics. The world is not imploding tomorrow, and this craziness will be waiting for you when you get back. So if the news affects your family life, it affects your personal life, or just makes you super depressed, which is totally understandable, don't even watch these videos. Just go out for a walk. Contribute to your community. As crazy as it sounds, there may come a day when we long for 2023, and you're going to regret it if you let the time pass you by because you couldn't appreciate what you had in the moment. There is a lot wrong in the world right now. There's a lot to be worried about. I have 2 kids myself, and I am not excited about the future sometimes. But I can't really change that. What I can do is be a good father and a good husband. And that's what I'm going to do, and I suggest you do the same. Or a good wife, if you're a woman. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Drop a comment below if you disagree about anything that I said. I would honestly love to hear from you and have a discussion, especially if we disagree. That would be very interesting. So until next time, stay safe. Stay sane. Remember, have a sense of humor because otherwise you're going to go insane. Live free, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.